Almeria, Spain, Tabernas Desert, August 1964. Thursday morning, 6:45 a.m. The desert looks like the surface of another planet. Red earth, gray rocks, mountains in the distance that shimmer in waves of heat even this early in the morning. No trees, no grass, nothing green. Just endless stretches of land that looks like it's been dead for 1,000 years. This is where Sergio Leone chose to shoot his Western. Not Monument Valley, where John Ford made his classics with John Wayne. Not the ranches outside Los Angeles, where every TV Western was filmed. Not anywhere in America at all. Spain, the Tabernas Desert, 2 hours from the coast, in the middle of nowhere. Because Leone wanted something that looked more real than the American West. Wanted landscape that felt ancient, biblical, unforgiving. Wanted a place where you could believe men killed each other over water and gold and nothing else mattered. The film crew arrived 3 weeks ago. 40 Italians and Spaniards who speak little English. They built a town in the desert. Wooden buildings, a church, a cemetery. All of it constructed from scratch in brutal heat that regularly hits 110 degrees by noon. Now at dawn, the temperature is almost pleasant, maybe 75 degrees. The air still has a coolness left over from the night. In 2 hours, that coolness will be a memory. The desert will become an oven. The crew will work in shifts, hiding in whatever shade they can find during the worst heat. But right now, the light is perfect, golden, soft, the kind of light cinematographers dream about. Sergio Leone stands behind the camera, watching the sun rise over the distant mountains. He's been awake since 4 a.m., couldn't sleep, too excited about today's scene. Leone is 35 years old, heavyset, already balding, thick glasses that fog up in the heat. He wears the same clothes every day, wrinkled shirt, loose pants, boots caked with red dust. He looks like he should be selling insurance in Milan, not directing westerns in the Spanish desert. But appearances lie. Leone is making something revolutionary. A western that breaks every rule Hollywood established. No clear heroes, no simple morality, no happy endings. Just violence and greed and survival in a world that doesn't care who lives or dies. A Fistful of Dollars. They've been shooting for 8 weeks total, 6 weeks in Rome at Cinecittà Studios. Now 3 weeks here in Spain for all the exterior desert scenes. The production has been difficult. Cheap budget, limited equipment, language barriers. Leone speaks Italian and broken English. The Spanish crew speaks Spanish. The American actor speaks English. They communicate through a translator and hand gestures and shouting. But the footage looks incredible. Leone watches it every night on a small portable screen. Raw dailies shipped from the lab in Madrid. And what he sees takes his breath away. This strange, silent film about a man with no name who plays 2 gangs against each other in a dead town. It shouldn't work. Every rule of commercial filmmaking says it will fail. But Leone believes in it. Believes in the vision. Believes in the actor, Clint Eastwood, who stands now about 50 yards away in full costume. The poncho, the hat, the cigar. Ready for the first shot of the day. Clint is 34 years old. He arrived in Spain 3 weeks ago after finishing the studio work in Rome. He's never worked this way before. Never worked in this heat. Never worked with a director who shoots 20 takes of walking through a doorway because the rhythm isn't exactly right. But he understands what Leone is building, understands that this strange Italian madman is making something important. Something that could change both their careers. Or destroy them. The crew finishes setting up the shot. A simple shot, technically. Clint walks from the cemetery toward the camera. That's it. No dialogue, no action, just walking. But Leone wants it perfect, wants the right pace, the right posture, the right relationship between the man and the landscape. He calls action in Italian. Azione! Clint walks, slow, steady. The poncho moves with each step. The cigar smoke trails behind him. Leone watches through the camera, sees something, doesn't like it. Cut! No, no, no! He steps from behind the camera, walks toward Clint. The translator follows. Clint, you walk too fast. This man, he is not in hurry. He has nowhere to go, nowhere to be. He walks like he owns the time. Like time works for him, not him for time. You understand? The translator converts this to English. Clint nods. Slower. See, slower. But not like old man, like man who fears nothing, who knows he cannot be killed. Understand? Got it. They reset. Shoot again. This time Clint walks even slower, almost a stroll, like he's taking a walk in a park, not crossing a deadly desert. Leone watches, shakes his head again. Cut is better, but still not right, he thinks. Gestures with his hands, trying to communicate something the words can't capture. You walk like American, long steps, confident. But this man, he is not American confident. He is different confident, European confident, quieter, more, he searches for the word, more dangerous. American confidence is loud. This confidence is silent. You understand? Clint understands. He's been learning this for 8 weeks, learning that European cinema works differently than American. That restraint is valued over expression. That silence can be more powerful than dialogue. One more, Clint says. They shoot again. This time, something clicks. Clint finds the rhythm. Shorter steps, less swagger, more certainty. The walk of a man who doesn't need to prove anything because everyone already knows what he is. Leone watches through the camera. His eyes light up. Yes, this, perfetto. This is the walk, this is the character. They shoot it 4 more times to be sure, then move to the next setup. By 9 a.m., the temperature has climbed to 95 degrees. By 10 a.m., it's over 100. The crew sweats through their clothes. Water breaks every 20 minutes. The camera is too hot to touch without gloves. But Leone keeps shooting, relentless. He wants to capture everything while the light is right, while the conditions are perfect. They break for lunch at 1 p.m. The crew retreats to a tent with sides rolled up to catch any breeze. Someone brought cold soup from town, bread, cheese, wine watered down to make it last. Clint sits in the shade, hat off, wiping sweat from his face with a bandana. He doesn't eat much. The heat kills appetite, just drinks water and waits for the afternoon session. Leone sits nearby, reviewing his shot list, making notes in Italian, changing things, rethinking sequences. A car approaches from the east, dust cloud visible long before the car itself. Unusual. This road leads nowhere except to their set. Visitors are rare. The car stops at the edge of camp. A man gets out. European, well-dressed despite the heat. Suit and tie, sunglasses, mid-40s. He looks completely out of place in this desert. Leone looks up. His expression changes. Surprise, then concern. He stands, walks toward the visitor. They speak in Italian. Rapid conversation. The visitor gestures. His body language is agitated, aggressive. The crew watches, trying to figure out what's happening, who this man is. Clint watches too. He doesn't understand the words, but he recognizes tension when he sees it. The conversation gets louder. The visitor's voice rises. Leone's voice stays calm but firm. Then the visitor points at Clint, says something sharp. Final. Leone responds, shakes his head. The visitor throws up his hands, shouts something, then gets back in his car, drives away in a cloud of dust. The crew stands silent, confused. Leone watches the car disappear, then walks back to the tent. His face is hard, unreadable. He sits down, doesn't speak for a long moment. Finally, his assistant director asks in Italian what everyone wants to know. Who was that? Leone removes his glasses, cleans them. His hands are shaking slightly. That was Mario Caiano, director, friend of the producers. What did he want? Leone puts his glasses back on, looks at his crew, at Clint. He came to deliver message from the producers, from the studio executives, from the people who control the money. What message? Leone's jaw tightens. They watched the dailies, all of them, everything we shot in Rome, everything we shot here, and they say... He pauses, searching for the English words. They say the film is disaster, that the main character is wrong, that American audiences will hate it, that European audiences will not understand it, that we are making something unmarketable, unsellable. Silence. They want to shut down production, stop the film, cut their losses. The crew erupts, everyone talking at once, panicking. If the film shuts down, they don't get paid. They're stuck in the Spanish desert with no money and no way home. Leone holds up his hand. Quiet. I told them no. I told them we finish. We are almost done. 2 more weeks, maybe 3. We finish the film and then they can decide what to do with it. And what did they say? Leone looks at Clint, makes eye contact. They said if we continue, I will never work again, and neither will he. He nods toward Clint. They will make sure of it. They will tell every producer in Italy and Spain and France, do not hire Sergio Leone. Do not hire Clint Eastwood. They are difficult. They waste money. They make films no one wants. The crew goes silent again. This is a death sentence in the film industry. Producers talk to each other. Word spreads. Get blacklisted and you're finished. Doesn't matter how talented you are. Doesn't matter what you've done before. One bad reputation and the work dries up. Leone stands, walks to where Clint sits. Clint, you heard what I said? Clint nods. Most of it. They say if we continue this film, we will never work again. They will blacklist us. You understand blacklist? I understand. This is your career, your future. In America, you can go back to television. Go back to Rawhide, maybe. Or find other work. But if you continue here, if we finish this film, and it fails? Leone spreads his hands. Maybe there is nothing. Maybe this is end for both of us. The crew watches, waiting. Everything depends on what the American actor says next. Clint sits quiet for a moment, staring at the desert, at the set they built, at the town that exists only because Leone imagined it. Then he looks at Leone. How much is left to shoot? Leone blinks, not the question he expected. Maybe 10 days, maybe 12, if weather cooperates. And you have the money to finish? Yes, barely, but yes. Then we finish. Leone stares at him. You understand what I said? About blacklist? About career? I understand. And you still want to continue? Clint stands, puts his hat back on, looks Leone in the eye. I've been fired before, worked construction, dug swimming pools. I can do it again if I have to. But I won't walk away from something this good. Not because someone threatens me, not because someone's scared it won't make money. He gestures at the desert, at the set. This is real. What we're making here is real. It's different from anything else. And maybe it fails. Maybe nobody watches it. Maybe we both end up blacklisted and broke. But at least we'll have made something true, something that matters. Leone's eyes go wet behind his glasses. He doesn't cry, but his voice is thick. You are very stupid, man, Clint Eastwood. Clint smiles, small, brief. Probably. But you are right. We finish. We make it real. And then... Leone shrugs. Then we see what happens. He turns to the crew, speaks in Italian. His voice carries across the camp. The translator whispers to Clint. He says we continue. We finish the film. Everyone who wants to leave can leave. No hard feelings. But everyone who stays, we make something beautiful. Something that will last. No one leaves. They shoot for 12 more days. Through heat waves that make the camera operators dizzy. Through dust storms that ruin takes and force them to clean equipment for hours. Through exhaustion and doubt and the constant fear that maybe the producers are right. Maybe this strange, silent film is unmarketable. Maybe they're all wasting their time. But Leone keeps shooting. and Clint keeps performing, and the crew keeps working. Because they all believe. They've seen the footage. They know what they're building, something different, something true. The last day of shooting, Leone sets up one final shot. The man with no name riding away into the desert, disappearing into the heat haze. The camera holds on the empty landscape after he's gone. Leone calls action. Clint rides. The horse moves slow, steady. The poncho ripples in the wind. The camera holds, until there's nothing but desert and sky and heat and silence. Leone watches through the viewfinder, tears running down his face. Cut, print. That's the film. The crew erupts, cheering, embracing. They did it, despite everything, despite the threats and the heat and the fear. They finished. Leone walks to Clint, shakes his hand. Whatever happens now, we made something real. Clint nods. That's all we can do. They pack up, drive back to Madrid, fly back to Italy, Leone to Rome, Clint to Los Angeles. The film goes to editing. Leone works with the editor for 3 months, cutting, refining. Working with composer Ennio Morricone to create a score that's as unusual as the film itself. The producers watch the rough cut in December 1964. They sit in silence. When the lights come up, no one speaks. Then the head producer stands. Sergio, I don't understand this film. I don't know if anyone will watch it, but... He pauses. But it's brilliant. It's like nothing I've ever seen. We release it. A Fistful of Dollars opens in Italy in September 1964. Small release, limited theaters, no marketing budget, no publicity. The critics savage it. Pointless violence. No character development. The American actor barely speaks. A cynical cash grab copying American westerns with none of the heart. 1 star, 2 stars. Thumbs down. The producers prepare to cut their losses, release it to television, move on. But then something unexpected happens. The theaters that are showing it start reporting lines. Actual lines of people waiting to get in. Not huge lines, but steady, growing, word of mouth spreads. Have you seen the new Western? The one with the American who doesn't talk? It's different, it's violent, it's incredible. Week 2, the crowds double. Week 3, they double again. The producers rush to expand the release. More theaters, more cities. It becomes the highest-grossing Italian film of 1964. Then it spreads across Europe, Germany, France, Spain, England. Everywhere the same pattern. Critics hate it. Audiences love it. Young men especially. Men in their 20s and 30s who are tired of old-fashioned westerns with clear heroes and simple morality. Who want something darker, grittier, more real. They find it in The Man with No Name, 1965. Leone makes a sequel, for a few dollars more, bigger budget, same formula. Clint Eastwood returns, even more successful than the first. 1966. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. The final film in the trilogy. Epic, 3-hour runtime. Massive budget for a European production. Civil War battle scenes. Hundreds of extras. Morricone's score becomes legendary. The film becomes a phenomenon, one of the most successful films in European history, and Clint Eastwood becomes an international superstar, all because he didn't walk away when someone threatened him. 1967. The trilogy finally reaches America. Released by United Artists, marketed as something exotic, foreign, different. American critics are confused. Who is this actor? He was on Rawhide? Why is this Italian director making westerns? Why doesn't anyone talk? But American audiences, especially young audiences, respond the same way European audiences did. This is different. This is real. This is something new. The films make millions, launch Clint's American film career, make him one of the biggest stars in Hollywood. 1968. A journalist tracks down Mario Cayano, the director who delivered the threat in the Spanish desert, asks him, "Is it true you told Leone and Eastwood they'd never work again?" Cayano laughs, bitter laugh. "Yes, I told them, I believed it, The producers believed it. Everyone believed it. The film looked like disaster. Too slow, too strange, too uncommercial. And now? Cayano shrugs. Now Sergio Leone is most famous Italian director alive. Now Clint Eastwood is international star. And he spreads his hands. I am still making cheap horror films no one remembers. So maybe I was the one who should have been worried about career. The journalist asks, "What did you learn?" Cayano thinks for a long time. That people who threaten artists are usually afraid. Afraid the artist is right and they are wrong. Afraid the artist sees something they cannot see. Leone and Eastwood, they saw something no one else saw. They believed when everyone said stop believing, and they were right. 1971. Dirty Harry makes Clint a superstar in America. The same character, different setting. San Francisco instead of Spanish desert, but same silence, same restraint, same refusal to explain or justify, same truth. 1992. Unforgiven wins Best Picture. Clint wins Best Director at 62 years old, playing an aging gunfighter who regrets the violence he committed. A Western that questions everything Westerns usually celebrate. The film that almost didn't get made in 1964 led to this. The film that people said would destroy his career created the foundation for everything after. 2004. $1 Million Baby. Another Best Picture. Another Best Director. Clint is 74 years old, still making films that studios are nervous about, still taking risks, still refusing to compromise. 2024. Clint Eastwood is 94 years old. He's made over 50 films as an actor, directed over 40, won 4 Academy Awards, changed American cinema, changed what Westerns can be, changed what it means to be a leading man. All because in August 1964, in a desert in Spain, someone threatened him and he didn't walk away. All because he believed in something more than career security, believed in truth, in art, in making something that mattered more than making something safe. Sergio Leone died in 1989. Heart attack, 60 years old. He made 7 films in his lifetime. Only 7. But those 7 films changed cinema, especially the first one, the one everyone said would fail, the one that almost got shut down, the one that people threatened to destroy his career over. A Fistful of Dollars, the film that proved threats are usually just fear in disguise. Fear that someone else is right. Fear that they're doing something you don't understand. Fear that they'll succeed where you said they'd fail. In 1964, frightened executives sent a director to a Spanish desert to threaten 2 men into giving up. Those 2 men said no, and changed film history. Not with violence, not with anger, not with defiance, just with quiet certainty, with belief, with the understanding that some things are worth risking everything for. Truth is worth it, art is worth it, making something real is worth it, even if it means never working again, especially if it means never working again. Because careers end, jobs disappear, money gets spent. But what you create, if it's true, if it's real, if it matters, that lasts. 60 years later, people still watch A Fistful of Dollars, still study it in film schools, still try to understand how 2 men made something so revolutionary with so little money in the middle of a desert. And the answer is simple. They believed in it more than they feared losing it. They valued truth more than security. They chose art over safety. And when someone said, "Stop or you'll never work again," they said the only thing artists can say when threatened. "Then we won't work again, but we'll finish what we started." That's the lesson from the Tabernas Desert in August 1964. Not that you should ignore threats, but that some things are worth the threat, worth the risk, worth everything. Because the only real failure is walking away from something true because someone scared you. The only real career death is stopping before you finish what you started. Clint Eastwood and Sergio Leone understood that, and 60 years later, their film still speaks. still tells the truth, still proves that belief is stronger than fear, and art outlasts threats every single time.